Hey guys, episode 4, Happy Me Philosophy. Today, I'm going what I think is before the philosophy, before you come to a video like this. What makes you change? What makes a reason for you to start reading self-improvement books or learning more about your subject, or really going for it in whatever it is? What makes the change? Now, I'm going to give you an example. This is my automatic garage door opener, and oh man, I may have just opened garage door. Look at that, it's working. It's I think when it gets cold outside, it stops working. It's working fine inside, but what's been happening with it is, I can't believe that's working fine. For the last 2 months, I'd say, I don't go out in my car that often. I've been going to it, and yeah, it must be because when it goes outside, and it slowly stopped working. Slowly, doesn't work anymore. Unless my dad's changed battery in it, because it's just. So, what happens is, forever it's been fine, and all of a sudden it starts to go sketchy, and then eventually what you have to do is you have to take the back off, open the battery, put the battery back in and press it, and it works. You go off in your car, you come back, press the button. I think my dad's changed battery in it, which is a good example of when does the change arrive. Now, when I would have gone and bought the battery was when it totally stopped working, and I eventually would have had to go out and get the back door key for the garage, open the garage door, manually, press the button to open the garage door, drive the car out, go out the car, go in, push the button, close the thing, and then do the same thing when I drove in. I would have had to come into the house, get the garage door key, go through the back door, open the garage. So eventually the pain of having to manually do it would have drove me to finally go and get the battery, or go online and get the battery. Because what happened was I'd park the car and I'd completely forget that it needed a new battery, or that I'd with the best will in the world, I'd go, oh well, I'll nip inside, I'll get online and order 2 batteries, or I'll nip off to the DIY store and buy 2 batteries. But you forget, because there's no pain involved. But all of a sudden, getting out the car, walking around the back, or coming in, getting the key, going to the door, opening the garage, getting in the car, and then doing all that would have been so much pain. And that's when you take action. It's the pain. It's feeling fat, or feeling, maybe it's even someone calling you fat that sends you to a gym. The pain of it, the pain of somebody saying, "Oh, you put a bit of weight on." That's the place where you switch. It's the pain at work where you finally had enough. Going, I need to set my own work business up because the boss says something again, or you've done something and nobody appreciated it. There's a pain switch, and that's when you go into your Happy Me philosophy. That's when you change. That's when you start looking for stuff. That's when you start Googling stuff. So I don't want you to get to a point of pain. I want you to get to a place where I'm going to do something today. I'm going to change. For once, I'm going to follow through on that thing that I've been wanting to do for ages, rather than waiting for something bad to happen. You heard the story, don't you, of the person who has a heart attack, and the doctor says, we need to go to gym, and then they go to gym for next, and they look great, but it's taken the heart attack to get them going. And I think after a certain age, it's the pain switch that makes it happen. I think they seem to think it's after 25. Up to 25, you're trying things and you'll go for things, but then at 25, whether you've been to college or not, you're into a career, you're into your chosen, maybe not chosen, might be like me, you've been an alarm fitter for 7 years at 25. So then at 25, I was just going to be an alarm fitter or a manager of an alarm company. But then for me, what would I have, 31, my mum died, and that was a big pain switch for me, and then a dip for a few years, and then the real dip of getting low. That was the pain switch. That was when it was more painful not to do it than it was to do it. So there's a pain tipping barrier. So I guess, what is it? I always get this wrong. The pain of not doing it is low, and the pain of doing it is high. So going to the gym, when you feel healthy, the pain of not going to the gym is low. The pain of going to the gym's high. But as you start feeling unhealthy, as you start feeling fat, or as you feel like you've got no energy, the pain tips. And at the point that tips, that this pain barrier is more than this one, is when you'll start doing stuff. So I don't think you need to wait for the pain to just get going. You know that little voice inside your head is telling you, why don't you go and do this? Why don't we do that thing that we've always wanted to do? Why don't we chase that dream? Instead of waiting for something to happen to trigger it, something to go, well, life's short, or you haven't got that long left. I mean, that sounds pretty deep, but life goes fast. I'm 42, like the last 10 years I've gone so just a quick one. It's probably another 10-minute, 15-minute. Episode 4 is all about the pain, the tipping point. Don't get to the tipping point. Force the pain so that you can start on your Happy Me philosophy. $1 billion brain, you're greater than you think. You can achieve anything you want. What you think about, you'll become. Create, don't compete. Holy smokes, I've had a complete brain freeze on. I don't think that one. Yeah, trust the feel. 4's trust the feel. Trust what you feel. Trust your intuition telling you what you want to do. 4 self-esteem rules. Number 1, forgive them. Forgive everybody. Forgive, for you, not for them. Number 2, forgive yourself. Number 3, be the best you. Just reset and be the best you. And number 4, go at your pace, go at your speed, do it your way. But find your Happy Me philosophy before you hit the pain change. You can do it today. If you're watching it, you've probably already hit this pain thing. But if you haven't, start doing what you want to do. Find your Happy Me philosophy. Get cracking. You don't need the tip before you can start. You can just start today. So, episode 4 in the bag. See you soon. Episode 5, hopefully tomorrow. Snowing outside. Bye.